So the reason I was inspired to draw Mr. Hendrix, I know it's mandatory that every kid who ever grew up drawing pictures and playing guitar has to do their obligatory Jimi Hendrix portrait. But I did already do that in high school. The connection I see between Mr. Jimi and my drawing style really comes down to embracing chaos. Electric guitars were sort of played the same way as acoustic guitars, just with like a different tone and as loud as you want. But when you turn it up loud and you have the gain and tones set a certain way, the vibrations in the room will vibrate the strings of the guitar and cause what they call feedback, which can get a little crazy and out of hand. And in general, musicians would try to avoid that however they could. But Jimi would embrace it. He would actually walk around the stage during sound check with it turned all the way up, and he'd find the spots on the stage where it would do certain things and it would ring the loudest and scream in certain ways, and he would mark the stage with I'm guessing probably like masking tape or something, and that way during the show he could like go find that spot again and then turn a certain way and cause the guitar to sort of like get blended into the vibration of the room. So knowing this, if you listen, you can hear that it's not quite Jimi making some of those sounds, nor is it just the room, but it's actually kind of a combination. He kind of blasts sound into the air and then waits for the entropy to start taking over his guitar, and then he moves around and wrestles it into like deliberate melodies and notes. This is really common now. Most electric guitarists do this to some degree. I mean, I did it with a banjo. It's sort of just like expected. It's like how you play an electric guitar. He pretty much invented the electric guitar as we know it today. But to relate this to my markers, I do the quick color first, allowing the paper texture, the momentum, the randomness of the scribble, so to speak, the bleed of the marker sometimes, to sort of create the chaos where I'm not fully in charge. I'm kind of moving too fast for it to be fully deliberate. And then when I go in with the fine pen and outline everything, I'm sort of wrestling it into place and turning all of those weird splashy things into something that looks very deliberate. I'm not trying to say I'm Jimi by any stretch of the imagination, but like the same part of me that loves the beautiful chaos in Jimi Hendrix's playing is probably the same part of me that really enjoys creating chaos and then wrestling it into place. So I have to assume that those are, at least appropriately related enough for a drawing.